Hello folks, hope you're doing well. This video is about Man United again, I suppose, because at the moment, obviously, to get players in, they've got to sell players, and they've got a list of players that they're looking to, get rid of. Well, before they can buy players, probably. But the players listed are Greenwood, Sancho, Van de Beek, Eriksen, Casemiro, Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Well, for all those, I think it's likely they won't get any more than 150 million for the lot. Because when you look at it, you're going to say Van de Beek is worthless, really. If you get... Okay, you can raise that to probably 170 million, because you might get 20 million for Van de Beek. Maybe. I don't think you're going to get much. Yeah. Well, then obviously Eriksen will be free, because he's too old. No one's going to want to pay money for him. Wan-Bissaka 30 million. Maguire 30 million. Greenwood probably 40. Sancho probably about 40. Bit less maybe. Well, because as players, I think Greenwood is a far better player than Sancho. So I think he's worth more. Obviously, there's a bit of baggage that goes with him. Well, baggage that isn't baggage, but it's still baggage because people think it's baggage. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the world we live in. There's no baggage, but because people think it is baggage, then it is baggage. Yeah, okay. There you go. Yeah. It is very, very much what it is, yeah. Not really sure what they can do. Well, if they have a clear plan, and what they should do now is have a very, very clear plan as to players they want. Ideally speaking, I mean, the problem is on channels like United Stand, they're looking at players that are going to cost, 70 million. Yeah, no. United right now, they can't do it. And this is the problem with keeping Ten Hag as well, because what they need, because of money situations, they need to bring in equal amount of players as they're letting go. But the problem is, if you want to bring in quality, you have to bring in young players that other people aren't really looking at. So your scouting network has to be top notch. Well, I don't think it is. It certainly hasn't been over the years. Or, I don't know. I mean, because, when Ranić came for 6 months, he was telling them what players to get. They ignored it completely. The scout says no. And other teams got those players, and they've been pretty good for those teams. They've helped those teams to be better. So, yeah. Not good for United, not in any way, shape or form. Really, really badly run in the past. So, scouting, they're going to have to improve upon that, because they're going to have to find players. They're going to have to find the next Village. They're going to have to find the next Berbatov, Ronaldo. All these players, they're going to have to go to probably Eastern Europe to go and find these players, because they're not likely to find them elsewhere. Well, not for cheap. Because that's the thing, they can't afford to pay a lot of money, so they're going to have a budget around about 25 million maximum per player. That's going to keep the that's going to keep the wages budget down. That's going to help. But yeah, so, but reports have said, and you can't believe any of that, but reports have said that they have 50 million before they sell players to spend. If they sell players, they have more. Okay. So 50 million and then 170, 220 million they will have. Okay. So, yeah. If they're serious, then what they should do really is get players who are quite young, 20, 21, that sort of age. Not recognised yet, not noticed yet, but with incredible potential. And who are hard working, who want to be better, who want to be the best. Get players who want to be the best, who have that mentality that they will work hard because they want to be the best. Go and get them. And the problem is now you need coaches, because right now the coaches at United are really poor. That's been proven by the fact that last season the team was crap. And it's like fans keep on saying Ten Hag is going to make players better. When? What, on his 4th year at the club? People keep mentioning Mainu and Garnacho. Well, first of all, Garnacho isn't very good at all. At least as we've seen so far. See, a lot of people look at it saying he runs. So what? What's his end product? His end product is poor. Actually poor. Was it 7 goals, 5 assists is his end product at 19? Okay. So Rooney at 19 had better than that. A lot better. Double. Ronaldo at 19 had more than double. They were showing that they... But the problem is fans talk about Garnacho as if he is Ronaldo or Rooney. But he isn't. That's the point. He isn't. Nowhere near. He isn't. He doesn't have anywhere near the quality that they had. Anywhere near. And at the moment he's being coached by a manager who basically says to him, go and run down the wings. Don't bother looking for the number 9. We just brought in the number 9 that's cost us a lot of money. But don't bother looking for him. You do what you want to do, basically. It's like, what? Huh? You do what you want to do? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a huge problem. For bringing in players right now, you're bringing in players for a manager who seems clueless as to what he's doing. Again, seems clueless. I'm not saying he is necessarily, but he seems. Last season, he seemed incredibly clueless as to what he was doing. And the fact the club have kept him in, as I said the other day, the problem is that the club seems to be completely rudderless. That there's no one directing the club or leading the club in a certain direction right now. They seem to be just, okay, let's see what happens. But you can't do that when you're having a transfer window, because you need to have a plan. And with this manager, they don't seem... The only plan they seem to have is the other managers we talked to weren't going to be suitable, so we're just keeping the one we got. That's not a plan, really. At the end of the season, they didn't know whether they were keeping Erik ten Hag or not, so they could not have planned for this transfer window. And that's really poor. Really poor indeed. So let's see what they do. It's going to be interesting, that's a certainty. It is. So there you go. You take care, God bless, I'll speak to you soon. Have a fantastic week ahead. Be blessed and be a blessing. Enjoy. Bye bye.